In this tutorial, we're really quickly going to go over what a level blueprint is. So far in our game, we have used these actor classes to write all our code in. I've been using this BP test. It has an event graph, and I write a bunch of code here that runs when we have this actor in our scene. So basically, all the code written in the event graph is associated with this actor. When I drag an actor out, that code is going to run for that actor. So if I had something in begin play, it's going to run for that actor. If we have multiple of these actors out, then each one of them, each BP test is going to have that same code associated with it. So actors are very useful when we want to write our code once, write our functionality once, and have it run as many times as we want. And you can think about a player character is good to turn into an actor because we're going to have many levels and we're going to spawn the same player in all those levels. If it was a multiplayer game, we're going to spawn many instances of that same player all over the map. So good to make them an actor. Other things that are like good to be an actor is our enemies, for example. We're going to keep spawning many enemies. We don't want to keep rewriting their functionality. So we make one actor for the enemy. We just copy and paste it everywhere. And same thing for things like pickups, power-ups, things that give us points, collectibles, etc. It's good to just make it an actor so we can just reuse its functionality. Ideally, and if you guys get into gameplay programming and this is what you want to do, really we're going to try and find a way to make everything an actor, because reusability is a very important part of having good code. But sometimes for simplicity's sake, we don't want to have reusable code because the thing that we're going to be doing only needs to happen once, and that might be only in one specific level. It might be a little bit of a waste of our time to make an actor, get it to function the way we want it to. Instead, we're going to use a level blueprint. So just like our actors have code associated with it, in Unreal, the level is also kind of an actor. It's not really an actor, but it is kind of an actor. And so it also has a blueprint associated with it. You can see my level up here is called Level Blueprint Test. If I was to click this little graph icon here and click Open Level Blueprint, you can see that a blueprint window opens up with its event graph, and that blueprint is called Level Blueprint Test. It has the exact same name as my level. And so the code written here is associated with my level and only this level. We can see that. Let me just print string. Let's print out hello, the usual. Come back here, run it. It says hello. That's cool. So this code is associated with this level. If I was to go to this other level that says untitled, this is not Level Blueprint Test. And if I was to run it here, nothing prints because there's no code associated with this. I can open this level's blueprint and we can see that it's empty. I have not written anything here. So our two levels have their own blueprints associated with it. So really, what is the use of having a level blueprint? So like I said, it's very good for like just writing quick functionality that we don't want to reuse everywhere. So there's no reason to make that functionality into an actor. That is one of the reasons. The other reason is it gives us a very simple way to have actors communicate with each other. And really the core of both of these is that the level has a bunch of components. What are all its components? Everything that we add to the level. And so that makes the level blueprint very powerful for very quick coding and especially for quick functionality. So I have a sphere in this level. When I simulate it, the sphere currently falls down and hits the ground, because when I click on the sphere and look here, you can see its simulate physics is set to true. I can take the sphere and first let's open up our level blueprint, because that needs to be open. I can take this sphere, drag it in here, wait for it to just switch to level blueprint, and when I let go, you can see a reference to that sphere has now been created in the level blueprint. The level blueprint knows about that sphere because it is one of its components. It's a sphere from persistent level. In the same vein, if I was to drag it into the blueprint test, for example, and let go, nothing happens because blueprint test has no idea what that sphere is. It doesn't have it as one of its components. It only has a static mesh drone, which I can drag and get a reference to. So in that vein, the level blueprint knows about everything in the level. So for example, with this sphere on begin play, it's currently simulating physics. Let's turn that off. So I'm just going to search set simulate physics and set that off. So now in begin play, that sphere is going to have its physics turned off. If we take a look, we can see simulate physics is on. Let's just keep our eye on that. When we hit play, it just turns off. Our ball doesn't fall down anymore. Again, that's the code that we've associated with, so it makes sense that's what it's doing. So there's just been a real quick look at using the level blueprint. Again, it's just another tool for as opposed to actors. We'll get some good use out of it, especially maybe you have something in your level you wanted to animate. It's just in that level. When we look at timelines and we make a door animate, you might not want to make that door an actor. You just put it in the level blueprint and we can get it to work. Again, using the level blueprint, if your goal is gameplay programming, it is fine to use the level blueprint, but when we start writing very good code, we're going to try and keep everything in actors, and the level blueprint becomes a quick and dirty way to do things. For this class, we are going to use the level blueprint extensively, especially to get your environment lively and functional. Thank you for watching.